All right, I just started. Are you in?
Yep, it'll start in 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Okay, cool. So I will do this as quickly as I can. It's only going to be one slide, but I'm just going to walk you.
Okay, you don't have to rush.
Okay, cool. I will, after I'm finished with it, just give me a ring back. We can discuss.
All right.
All right,
Sounds
cool.
good.
All right, bye. All right, awesome. All right, so let's rock and roll. I think this is going to help to answer a lot of the questions that you had and just give you a general view of what's going on, what exists, and what it is that I'm working toward this year. So this is basically my business right now. I mean, this is as it exists right now today. Okay, so the name of my coaching program is called Personal Accelerator Blueprint, and I am working with clients right now on a one-on-one basis, and I have I do a group program as well that I do virtually. Okay, so that I do on something very similar to what you're on right now. They hear my voice, we work through the different slides, and there's a 50-page workbook that accompanies it. So they're able to take the things that we learn from discussion and start to apply it in their lives. So this basically is what's solid right now. I mean, the delivery on this, the way that people receive it, the testimonials, the reviews are through the roof. Okay. However, as I was approaching this calendar year, I said there are three glaring things that are missing with, among many others, but there are three glaring things that I want to address this year. The first of which is I'm trading hours for dollars. Okay. So what I mean is I have to physically be with the client one-on-one, or I have to be facilitating the group in order to make money. Okay. And, as I continue to scale the business, I want to get to a point where, it doesn't necessarily require my physical presence, and I'm not trading hours for dollars. So that was one of the things that I wanted to address this year. The second thing is the answer to the question, what's next? Okay, so after I'm done working with people on a one-on-one basis or in a group setting, okay, what's next, right? Where did they go then? And my intent, why it was a noble intent, I think fell short for a couple reasons. My intent was, listen, the reason why this is called Personal Accelerator Blueprint and not Personal Accelerator Experience is because I am quite literally equipping them with everything that they're going to need once I'm done working with them, to the point where they won't need me anymore. They've got their blueprint and they are ready to rock and roll. Now, while that's a noble intent, I think it falls short on a couple levels. One is, listen, if you're basically enamoring people, if people are absolutely enamored with you, whether they work with you one-on-one or in a group, the last thing that they want to see is kind of have it all cut off, right? Their mindset is at an all-time high. They're feeling great about themselves. So the last thing that they want to see is that leave. And then the other level that I'm falling short on is it doesn't help me with my revenue, right? So how can I start to extend this revenue stream in a sense? Okay, so that was the second thing that I found that was glaringly obvious that was missing is, hey, what is the answer to what is next? And then the last major thing is revolves around business development. So in a sense, every client that I've secured, either in a one-on-one or a group setting, has been someone that I've picked up the phone, reached out to, I've shaken hands with, so on and so forth. There's a ton more referrals coming through by the day. However, I wanted to figure out a way, and I think that's why you and I are talking, of how can I funnel leads and conversions and business to my door, right? I've done a phenomenal job of solidifying this. This is a very valuable product. I do a damn good job delivering it, but how do we get people to the dance? Okay. So my 5 vital priorities. Now bear with me. This will really start to make sense now. My 5 vital priorities really based off of these 3 things that I felt like were missing. First and foremost, I say TMS, it's the momentum series. Okay, so I have more content than anyone that I know. And that's content that I've developed myself. And that's content that, any book that I read, I take pretty scrupulous notes. I have quote spreadsheets. I have a lot of great content, and I'm sitting on it like it's a damn secret. And I'm not doing that intentionally. It's just that I haven't had the strategy that I felt good with in terms of incorporating it and getting that content going. So my first vital priority this year was to develop the Momentum series, which is just a video series, going to be like a 90-second to 2-minute video. I'm having an intro and an outro professionally made, so I can just create these high quality videos and just drop it in between the intro and the outro. It has a very professional look and feel, and it's not about selling anyone anything. It's not about trying to get their damn email address. It's about creating separator content. It's about giving them an opportunity to see what this is all about, positive psychology and personal growth and development. And it's to give them an idea of, hey, what's this guy Pete all about? It's to really get them excited, to create separator type content, and just create value more than anything else, right? And so I'm coming down the home stretch with that. I think that's important for you to understand, that this Momentum series is something that we're going to have as a tool in our back pockets, as far as content that we can repurpose and get in front of the masses, get in front of the good people. Okay. The second major vital priority is basically where I'm at right now. So simultaneously, I've been working on these 2. This is just about done. Advertising strategy. As I was telling you on the phone, hey, I'm trying to figure out who's the ideal prospect, who's going to be most inclined to respond to something like this, right? Determine the most effective and efficient and creative ways to reach them, and what kind of messaging are we going to use, right? As I told you the other day, when I'm able to figure out how to spend $1 and make 3, that clearly takes my business to a different level, because then we're going to be spending 10,000, making 30,000. Then we're going to spend 100,000 to make, so on and so forth. I know it's not as from being in the industry, I know it's not as cut and dry as that. However, I really want to hone in on what's an effective ad strategy for me. Okay. The third major priority is what I'm calling the breakthrough group. Now, I haven't spent a whole lot of time brainstorming and developing that idea, but that basically is going to fall right here. That's going to be the answer to what's next. Okay. It's going to be something that is automated, something that is of high value, but is very, very, very affordable, right? So that it almost becomes a no-brainer for these people coming out of a one-on-one or a group to get into this breakthrough group, because it helps to extend their mindset stimulation. It's high value and it's very affordable. So that becomes really my residual component to this business model. Number 4 is corporate dominance. So I've started working with New York Life, PNC. I've got a big solar energy company that I've got a proposal in front of, and that's all unintentional. I have not been targeting corporations at all. Those 3 corporations came as a residual effect to everything else that I'm doing well here. And so that 4th priority that I have this year is to do my due diligence on the research of, hey, how can a corporation save money on health insurance claims by having a healthier workforce? Right? On doing the research that says, hey, what can a corporation anticipate as from a productivity standpoint from having their workforce go through a program like this? What kind of effect will this have on the morale and the culture, so that instead of walking into an office and saying, hey, look at me, I'm the man, buy my program, I've got the presentation, I've got the research that really supports why this is as effective as it is. And then finally, the last major priority that I have is what I'm calling right now, just for lack of better words, the experience. And all that means is right now I charge my clients anywhere from 4,500, well, anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 to work with me one-on-one. Okay, I want to get this to a point where this is 10 grand, and not because I have more confidence and I just have I'm going to puff my chest out and say, hey, I want 10 grand now, but because I'm able to add the different elements and components that justifies a client saying, this is a no-brainer. I'm going to spend 10 grand with you to spend the next 6 months of my life, and with all the things that you're adding, so on and so forth. So these are my priorities this year. As far as a timeline, and I'll just put this up here, right? So this is the Momentum series, is kind of something that I feel like not very, I don't want to say deliberately, but like I don't, the major priority here is to get them excited, is to provide value. It's not to say, it's not to sell them. Like I don't want to become, disingenuous, you know what I mean? So anyway, this should be up and running by April 1. Okay, this advertising strategy, as far as our timeline, my next group launch, that's what we're going to be promoting and advertising more than anything. I don't want to worry about corporate dominance. I don't want you to worry about my one-on-one experience. I don't want you to worry about the breakthrough group. My next group launch is going to be in April, probably the second week in April. What I really want to do is start to funnel people into that group launch, right? This breakthrough group, I'm going to beta test this in June through August. So June, July, and August, I'm going to beta test this with clients that I've worked with, so that in September, I'm ready for an official launch on this. Corporate dominance, I'd like to really start to focus on that in September as well. And then the experience, I'd like to start being able to charge any clients that I want to work with on a one-on-one basis that $10,000 by September. Okay, so as far as a layout, this is what I'm looking to build this year. As far as a timeline, you kind of have a good sense of where I'm at now and what my priority and how I want to work through this sequentially. And as far as our concern and our focus right here in the moment, it's right here. Okay, so basically I did a January launch, which was my New Year companion promotion. That just came to an end. All right, now I want to do my next launch in April, which basically says for the people who didn't go through my program, hey, how are your New Year's resolutions? Did they fall apart like the rest of America? Well, listen, it's already second quarter. Let's ratchet it up. Let's go through this. Let's get you going. My next group will be in September, right? So we'll skip a few months for the summer, let everyone get back from summer vacations. Their kids are getting back into school. September, we'll do another group launch, and then I'll do another group launch probably right at the end of October. So it's like that fourth quarter push, October, November, December. So this is what I want to focus on most right now, because, Carrie, I'll tell you what, whether I have 6 people in this group or 6,000 people in this group, it's still the same amount of work for me. My bandwidth doesn't get stretched out. Everything remains the same. So if we're able to really funnel a lot of people into this group, that's going to help me out tremendously with what I'm trying to build here. Okay, so that's kind of the look and feel of everything. And I'm going to end this now, and let's jump on the phone quick just to see if you have any questions and just to get your initial impression. See you.